Bipartisan support for the export of live sheep to the Middle East is slipping. The opposition leader Bill Shorten is calling for an immediate suspension of the trade, but one of Malcolm Turnbull's own MPs is leading the charge for a permanent ban. Political editor Andrew Probyn reports.
It's a $2 billion industry pockmarked by regular scandal. The latest saw 2,500 sheep perish from heat stress on board a ship bound for the Middle East. It's horrible, but far from an isolated incident over the decades. Yet for some, it's the last straw.
This is, in my view, the end of the live sheep export industry, and it's important that we set a date by which it ceases.
Sussan Ley's no inner-city lefty. A farmer half her life, the Liberal MP and former minister says industry promising to do better is no longer enough.
The exporters have been quite happy to deceive us for all this time.
The commitment of the industry is to zero fear and zero pain for the animal.
Simon Crean, a former Labor leader, represents exporters who now support having an independent inspector to oversee animal welfare.
Shutting down the trade is not the answer, as much as it might appeal in a simplistic solution to the horrors we saw the other day.
Put on notice any exporter so that if they transgress in future, they will have their licence taken away from them.
It's a measure of the industry's trouble that a rural Liberal is calling for their trade to end. Until now, live sheep exporters believed they had bipartisan political support. But that support is slipping, with Bill Shorten now calling for the northern summer shipments to be suspended. And if summer shipments are banned permanently, experts say the entire industry would collapse, which would be fine for the Labor MP representing Fremantle, the origin for 85% of live sheep exports.
They get loaded onto these big metal boxes like the Awasi Express behind me, where they're exposed to intolerable heat. They essentially get cooked alive and die half buried in their own waste.
An industry now judged by its worst. Andrew Probyn, ABC News, Canberra.